Hi guys, welcome to another Pathways Wrap for another week. Looking at our last games that occurred in the senior male pathways on the weekend. On Thursday night out at Acor Stadium we had our KOE New South Wales Cup, fighting to keep their season alive going to the finals, taking on the table-topping Penrith Panthers. Unfortunately in that one on the day we come away with a very tight 24-all draw, with that 1 point not being enough to force the boys up into the six. Massive season for them, and the fact that they were still in the hunt right to the end, massive credit to the staff and all the players involved. Our second game was wrapped up on Sunday afternoon here at beautiful Redfern Oval with our Jersey Plague playing their final game of the year, also up against the Penrith Panthers, who are semi-final bound. After a really tough first half, unfortunately the class of the Penrith Panthers just come to the floor in the second half and they powered on to win that one in that contest. Again, big thank you. I know it's been a tough season for our Jersey Flag players and staff, but the effort was there every single weekend. Very young side in 2022, and we look forward to seeing how they go next season. Let's look at our feature for the week as we continue our theme around giving our members and fans a good insight into what it's like to be a part-time footballer at this level, juggling the ideas of commitments of family, work, studies and football. This week was Hugo Patterson from our KOE New South Wales Cup. Let's have a look at his story.
My name's Hugo Patterson. I play in the middle, so sort of 8, 10 or 13, and then play for the South Sydney Rabbitohs in the New South Wales Cup. I'm very fortunate to have a very easygoing boss in Sterling, and he's always been helpful the last sort of 6 months in sort of navigating what days I can work and what days I shouldn't work for sort of footy, and always grateful for that. And in terms of uni, I've sort of always been doing it part-time since I finished school. It works best for me, and if I did it full-time, I just didn't really want to stress myself. It's sort of, especially around footy, I don't really want the unwanted stress. So I guess that's what you got to do. You got to sort of balance it in terms of how you want to do it, so structured around what's going on in life. And always probably just the fact that I've sort of loved it growing up. I know definitely playing in the Kensington Saints early days, sort of real lower grades when I was sort of between the ages of 6 and 10. I think that's when I really just found my love for rugby league, especially watching the likes of Sutto, South legend. He's a Kenzo Saints Junior, and especially just the bigger names like Benji Marshall and stuff like that was sort of keen for the next year, 2020. Then obviously COVID, like everyone else, sort of hit, and over the last 2 years, over 2020 and 2021, sort of real disruptive year in terms of rugby league. Lost a lot of confidence there, and I'm sure a lot of other boys did. So sort of lost my love for the game, especially in the lockdown last year. So I was really sort of considering giving it up and just finishing my uni sort of quicker and getting a full-time job. Just sort of coming to a club that's real sort of open and just real welcoming. I think it's really sort of lit a fire in me. And I know I'm not the biggest bloke, and you see a lot of people, there are a lot of blokes who aren't the biggest, but they've always given it a crack. But I think just realising the faith, especially Jason and Dane Doherty having me, I'm really keen to sort of kick it up to the next level, especially with the big boys in the NRL. I know I probably needed a full year of New South Wales Cup, sort of just get a full year against men, sort of really get to know what happens in it. And I know it's going to benefit me largely for next year and sort of push my way to maybe a sort of a development or sort of a training trial with the NRL squad. But definitely want to play for South. I've loved the club since the day I was born. I lived in the area most of my life, and it'd be an honour and a privilege to sort of represent the jersey.
Great to see Hugo's story there, and looking forward to having him back on board as he continues that journey with our club, both here on and off the field in 2023. No games obviously this weekend with all our teams finished for the season, but please make sure you check in on our Pathways Wrap next week, as we'll bring to you all the winners from our Senior Pathways Awards Night, which is being held this weekend.